Is anybody out there in social media land? Don't know what just happened. I have no idea what just happened. Hi, Nancy. I have no idea what happened. I have no idea. None. Hi, Abby. I don't know what happened. It was so weird. Hi. I was on here at like 8:58, and then it just started doing weird things. Hi, everybody. I lost my whole family. Well, not literally. Hi, Mary. Hi, Dolly. Oh, I missed a lot. I saw your comments. Hi, Gwen. Hi, Deraine. Oh my God, I'm so glad to see you guys. Hi, Almez. Hi, Andrea. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. None. It just started going berserk. Hi, Eklund. Oh, wow. I'm glad you guys came back. We can stay on for a little while. Hi, Magnolia. Girl, I have no idea what happened. It just started freezing and going, freezing, going. Thank you so much for coming back. I missed a lot, but the chat that you guys did, I have a copy. I think it's still online. What on earth did I miss? And you know what else? As soon as I ended the stream, it took me back, and then it started letting me just log back in. Abby, thank you for waiting. Everybody, thank you. And thank you for coming back. Jeez, I didn't know how much I missed you guys. Hi, RD. Hi, everybody. So what did I miss? What happened? Okay. Okay, RD. I am so glad you guys are back. Where your baby daddy at, Magnolia? What did I miss? Oh my goodness. Oh, Eklund, what did you say? What didn't happen? Oh, shoot. Oh, I have your other comments though, so I'm going to keep those. Oh my gosh, I was so panicked. I was like, "What's going on?" I feel better now because I'm back on, but I'm still like, yeah. But I was sick, Magnolia. Hi, Faye. Thank you. Thank you for coming back. I'm serious. I was trying so hard. Nonya, that would be Maggie and Abby. Wait a minute. Both of y'all got a baby daddy named Dave? Okay, Amber and Shayla. Oh my gosh. So what happened? And I was trying to follow along with your comments, and I'm going, oh, I forgot to put my lipstick on. I'm going, what just happened? Yeah, please tell me what happened. I mean, I have your comments from the other one. They're still like online. You guys are sister wives. Did you? I want to see Dave. Hi, Dave. Magnolia, I'm still kind of sick, but let's see. Magnolia is already about Dave. Hi, Keisha. Welcome in. They have been troopers. You guys stayed here all this time, and I don't know what was going on with the computer. Now everything is like, oh, I'm happy today. Like, well, where were you when I needed you, computer? And Eklund said, what didn't happen? Oh my God. Hi, Miss Faye. I missed you guys over the weekend. I was sick. Let's see. You're in a cult, Abby? Abby says she's in a cult. Hi, Gwen. Thank you, girl, for jumping back on here. I know you're at work. And happy Friday, TGIF. I actually miss saying TGIF, but I don't miss being at work. Melissa snitching to be. What? Melissa snitched to Danielle. Ooh, what? 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 Dave and Amber checked Melissa. Dave got Amber's. Oh, Carolyn is back. Girl, I don't know what happened. I think it was doing a couple of things on here. Dave had Melissa apologize to Amber, which wasn't enough for Melissa not to possibly run back to Danielle. Ben knows. What? Hi, Shirley. Oh, I just missed everything. Oh, snap. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Go tell Tink Tink. Ooh, is he about to meet Dave today? Oh, it's popping. Oh. Carolyn, I will. I don't know what was going on. I think it was doing like, good morning, Marion. I think it was doing a security upgrade in the background, which it wasn't supposed to be doing. And then I got on here. I see it was a party. I'm going to read those chats when I'm done. And then the software was doing something. It was so weird. Hi, Artie. Dave is too fine. Dave is a cutie pie, though. For real, for real. Oh, I know. I saw you guys chatting, and every once in a while I look over there and try to catch some of it. And the computer just kept saying, I'll be back, I'll be back, I'll be back. And I'm like, I was just on here. What happened? Maybe because I haven't been on all weekend, huh? Maybe that's why. Maybe it had to do upgrades or something. They think we're going to be mad and want Annie to find out. We don't care if he find out. As long as her attorney knows, that's all we care about, right? Oh, I missed it, doggone it. Hi, Keisha. Marion, Dave made Melissa apologize to Amber, telling their business. Was he mad? Hi, artists. Welcome in. Sorry you missed me not being here for like almost 2 hours. Oh my gosh. I don't know what happened to my computer. It never acts like this. It was weird. God, I look like I'm crying. I'm crying because I missed you guys. Oh my Lord. Let's see. Dave said, I don't care if Annie find out. Woo. Dolly, thank you. I was sick. I'm still sick, but my blood looks fine. And my husband took off, closed the shop on Saturday. We went over to the doctor down the way to the lab, and my blood looks good. So my doctor, I had a video visit with my doctor, and she said she thinks it was like just straight up stress because there was nothing else going on, like nothing. And I was really lightheaded. Like I wanted to like kind of pass out. Ever so often I would feel like I needed to pass out. So she adjusted my medicine. Dave sent Melissa home for a few days and said, this better not happen again. Pepper Ann is warned. It's too late because Becky Blabbermouth told Ben. You mean Becky with the good hair? Becky with the good hair. I know I'm being bad. Oh my gosh. It's 11 o'clock. Well, when you guys need to jump off, Shirley, thank you. Yeah, I'm sick, but I think I'll be okay. She called it. At least she's nice, because here we say Becky with the good hair. Hi, Gwenny. Hi, Betty. I'm so happy to see you guys up here. God, I look like I'm crying. Maybe I'm crying because I missed you guys. Oh my goodness. Hi, Christopher. You back? Carolyn, how are you doing? And you guys, everybody's been in the chats over the weekend. I was laying there, one eye open, one eye closed, then I'd go to sleep. Hi, George. I'm better. Hi, Michelle. I'm not good, but I'm better. Um, oh, I missed you. I missed you too, actually. I really did. That's why I was in there trying to type, and I was all sickly, and I was still trying to type. Hey, did you guys see my short on Angelina? Let me see where it is. I cannot believe that thing is almost at 1 million views. Are you kidding me? Wayne only got 96,000. Christopher, hi girl. Oh, I want to read your comments so bad. When we're done, I'm going to read your comments from the other one. And then I'll let you guys know what happened with YouTube. Oh, Eklund, you saw it. Let me see. I'm going to see how far it is. I never thought that was going to, never thought that was going to happen, right? Never. I mean, what? Who does that? Not me. It just took off. It's at 9:03. Holy cow. Thank you, Nancy. It just, on the third day, I looked at it and it said 112. I said 112. And then it just kept going. Hi, Keisha. Keisha said, this is why Danielle doesn't have any friends. She talks way too much. She's weird. Amber needs to cut her talking tail off for real this time. Yes, she does. She does. Oh, thank you, Dolly. I am so shocked at that video. Actually, Hemi Girl told me to look at it. Donya, I was worried. Oh, thank you. And artist, I did get the hibiscus tea, and I drank a cup and I liked it, but I don't know. I don't know what happened. Because it was already bad, but I think it was stress, plus worrying about YouTube getting back to me. But I'm not going to even worry about them, because I don't want to do that again. The thing is, everyone hates Amber. But George, that's what they designed it to happen that way. They did the same thing last year. So that's what Wayne does with the Amber character. And the bashing out there in the YouTube dirty streets, yeah. And they're going to push it. And you guys want to know why? I'm going to tell you why they're doing it, okay? And this is real. It's for advertisement money. I am not kidding you. So the more controversy, the more money that the people will make. And I'm not on that kind of trip, right? So, I mean, even if I was monetized, it's not about the money. Being monetized is about access to the whole internet. But yeah, they're going to make people hate Amber and blame her for everything. My hair looking crazy. And whitewash George, whitewash Anthony and Shayla. So that's why I just keep saying, just get ready, be ready, because all the nonsense is coming. Hi, JDK, how are you? They want the engagement already. Hey, Anthony wanted to marry Shayla on a Saturday. Only in Wayne's world, right? Oh my gosh. Thank you, everybody. And I do have some beet juice. My husband actually bought me some beet juice. It's not even sweet. I had to put some stevia in it, but it was good. Keisha says, I can see why she doesn't have any friends. Yeah. Miss T, hi girl. I made it finally. I missed everything. But at least the The video is still out there where you guys were in here and I was trying to get in. I was knocking on the door and it wouldn't let me in. Magnolia, what happened? Amber isn't in nobody else's business. She don't ever be in their business, really. Not too much, Amber. She just used to tell her business. So, Miss T, what's happening, darling? But I do feel better today. And I was trying to get in, and I think there was a software upgrade going on because I haven't been on the laptop since Friday night. I haven't been on all weekend. I was just on my phone. Nonya, I know you did tell me that. You told me, Dolly. I remember. I was just whining because I'm a big baby. Because I was scared too. I didn't understand. Hi, artists. Hey, ladies, buttercups and chatters. I didn't understand. I couldn't get the one with the pomegranate juice. They didn't have any. So wait, where's Dave and Amber been? Were they in Charlotte or were they gone somewhere? Oh, and the streets are going to talk because that's how you make money. Hi, Angela. Welcome in. Everybody, thank you for coming back. Hit the like button, please. I'm so excited. I missed you guys a lot. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. And I was trying to keep up with the chat when you guys were doing it. Plus, look at the computer to see what it was doing. And I was going back and forth. And I was like, oh, come on. But then when the software tried to load, it loaded the flowers, but it wouldn't pick me up. So I don't know what it was doing. It seems like Amber's staying home from the other night. At her house, at the Dalton house, home, estate. No, Dave and Amber were just around, I guess. No explanation. Okay. Oh my God, I missed it all, huh? And Danielle told Ben. But you know what? If you ever notice how Ben and Abby are, I think they're trying to show us a difference. Here I go analyzing stuff, right? They're trying to show us a difference in the two types of relationships between two different races. If you really think about it, and both of them need to mind their own business. They got a lot of business. Amber has stayed overnight in a few days. Danielle tells on everyone. Yeah, she does. That's why Michelle knows everything about Ben. Nonya, I got the organic one from Amazon's grocery thing because we have a big, huge one over here where we live. So they kind of do our deliveries from there. They have these gigantic warehouses, gigantic. Okay, and yes, at her house when Dave saw this morning, he said, "You looking nice." Wait, he saw Amber's house? Wait, did Dave see Amber's house where Amber lives? Yes, at her own house when Dave saw this morning. He said, "You looking nice." So she been staying at the mansion. Oh, she went over to where Dave was. Melissa got off lightly with Dave. He really doesn't care about Amber's settlement. He probably doesn't. He might give it to her. I'm watching him, believe me, Angela. But we know the streets are going to say, that man doesn't care if she gets caught. He doesn't care about her, blah, blah, blah. And I hope he fools the heck out of all of them because they're only doing it for money. But, that's them. Do whatever they want to do. Hi, Tyrane. We shall see what happens. These days and times are for this week only. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Gwen. Because I'm going to change my schedule. I have to do some more reaction videos. I didn't have any. Do you realize they had timed out? So I have to do some more reaction videos, but I'm actually not worried about it anymore. So if you've been watching videos from me, thank you. I'm going to start these in I don't know if it's a comedy blog. I think it's a comedy blog. And then I'm going to do the reaction videos again. And I see why people just do it on the fly. Like they'll just be sitting there and start talking because it's a lot easier than jumping on software. So you kind of have to switch it up. But I also think I found out what was wrong, why they kept telling me I had reused data. I think honestly, it's my shorts because I don't put enough wording into my shorts. And so I was researching and then I'd fall asleep and then I was researching. I was serious about it because I was like, this makes no sense. No, all of my stuff, no AI, nothing, right? And so I was researching it and then I ran across shorts. Even though shorts aren't counted, it's still on your page. And if you don't have enough talking points, or if I don't jump in the video and talk, then it calls it reuse of basically Country Wayne or whomever, reuse of their content. And that's what will get you kicked out. Except there are so many pages on here, even the one that looks like mine. There's so many pages on here that do that. And I bet that's where the copyright notices are coming from. But anyway, back to this. Magnolia, what's your baby daddy doing? Is he protecting Amber? Or he just, what's going on with that? Like, and we know Amber got to hear a bunch of noise from everybody. But who cares about everybody, right? Magnolia says when Amber finds out about Abigail, she better have a girl talk with Becky. Becky with the good hair, Becky Blabbermouth. I like Becky Blabbermouth. And tell it, I think Melissa should have been fired or at least suspended. You know, Tyrone, I would think suspended would have been good because she's been with him for 10 years in her Delulu mind. And who didn't know that that girl was nuts? I mean, people talking about, oh no, you know, he must have been messing around with her, blah, blah, blah. Well, if he had, it's been 10 years. He could have married her in 10 years. So she should have known something, right? And he said other girlfriends. And I bet the girl from Arizona, well, you want to bet Danielle is the one that chased that girl off. And that's why that girl acts cuckoo. I bet. Tyrone says, I think Melissa should have been fired. Yeah, I do too. Ooh, I got to look at this. That lady was boohoo crying about another woman's life. Those sisters they don't know how to regulate. No, Abby, they don't. And that's dangerous because when you find there are people that will attach to you and all of a sudden you're their best friend and you don't even know them and then they turn out to be like strange. It happened to me like recently and I'm like, I don't have friends. I have a husband. That's my friend. So don't attach to me. Like, no, we're not going to do that, okay? We're not in high school. I think, well, yeah, she should have been fired. That's crazy, you guys. Oh my gosh. What do y'all want, Dave to flip the tables? Nope. I don't want him to flip the tables. I just want to make sure he take care of Amber. And who was that said Dave doesn't care about her settlement? What happened? Where did that come from? What happened about her settlement? Or was somebody just trying to say Dave really doesn't care about Amber? Is that what that person was saying? What was that comment about? Somebody just said that on here. What did they mean? Dave doesn't care about her settlement. Did he say he didn't care about her settlement or something? I'm waiting on the skit where the crash out sisters crash out on each other. They need to. They need to get some business. And Danielle need to mind her own business and worry about Abigail. Them two, Ben and Danielle, they deserve each other. And Danielle just felt she had to tell Ben. Why do people want friends? I'm telling y'all, if you got a man, you better keep them women away from your man. And if you got a woman, Keep them men away from your woman. And the women, because they'll start saying things and get into your head. Man, keep your boo thing with you. Okay? Don't share. No sharing. God, I'm so glad to see you guys. Amber went to Dave's mad about Melissa. How did Amber find out? Did she go over Danielle's house or something? I mean, what happened? Tyrone, her being sent home for a few days hurt her far to the core. And she was shook because she didn't expect it. And you know what? For her, it's about, I think for Melissa, it's more about not having access to Dave. It's about the job, but Dave is what drives Melissa, right? If she doesn't see Dave, she probably has withdrawals or something. Hey, Carolyn, Dave does care. He asked Amber if she cares if Anthony finds out. Okay, Carolyn. And what did Amber say? No? Yeah, I tell you, Dolly, he's kind of unflappable. He's that type that's pretty unflappable. I think until he's not. But unflappable guys sometimes give off he doesn't give off arrogant, but sometimes they act like they don't really care, but they do care. That's why they watch and listen to everything around them. So they won't be surprised. Yeah, I know some unflappable people, and you at first you think, well, don't you care? Because we expect emotion and reaction. Everybody does not respond like that. For real. They just don't go there. You know, you can't read them. Let's see. And Amber said no, she didn't care. Is that what happened, Carolyn? Angela, but firing Melissa would not make a difference because blabbermouth Ben already told Anthony. Oh, Ben already knows. Okay. I like his calmness too. My husband is calm. He's not as calm as Dave because I won't let him be because I talk too much. I'd be like, what's wrong with you? Why are you acting like that? He'd be like, girl, I'm fine. I've known this man forever and I still be bugging him. She should have expected it. Yeah, Tyrone, that's true. Simply Melissa just walked in like she did nothing wrong. Into Dave's house? She probably ran that girl from Arizona off. I bet you she did. Magnolia says Dave told Amber he can give her the house, the baby. Oh, and more already. Yeah, that's true. So her divorce settlement is just for her. Oh, wow. Oh, I bet these were good. Melissa was doing that fake apology. Amber and Dave double teamed her. Dang, I missed all of that. I'm referring to Dave not caring about the money. Okay, Angela. I was thinking, like, what happened now? Like, did he say, I don't care? You know what I mean? Okay. Okay, got it. Thanks, Angela. I thought that was yours. And I said, no, that wasn't Angela. But I couldn't remember. You guys don't let me get all amped up. Hi, Keisha. I need Dave to help Amber investigate Anthony and strategize. Because Amber ought to know Anthony is up to something. He's been too quiet. And boy, do I want Denisha to get a hold of him. Because, we remember how cold Denisha is, right? Remember? She's not all warm and fuzzy. So, Anthony, you in for a rude awakening with Denisha. Nonya, the lake house lady, told Ben that Danielle wanted her to watch him. Andrea, that wasn't that Friday or something? Because I was trying to watch it, and then I turned it onto the TV, and I think I fell asleep. Is that wasn't Darren in there or something? In there, like meddling Michelle or whatever? Michelle got blackmail on him. I'm sure she does. 22 likes and 32. Thank you, everybody. Please hit the like button. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Dolly. Oh my gosh, I missed a lot, huh? I was sick. And I was asleep like almost like if I wasn't online, I was asleep. Like I was exhausted. But I think my nerves were really bad because I was waiting for YouTube to get back to me. But I'm not worried about them. I mean, it's not, it's just about getting access to it because the money is nothing. Trust, you get like a quarter for a video. So I'm not even, but I am, you know what? I think I'm going to, God, I hate to delete my, I am going to delete all of, not yet, because I can't reapply till September. So I got a lot of time, but I've got to do some reaction videos. You know how I'll get on there and, like everybody else does, and we give our opinion of what's going on. So I had some, but I don't know if they dropped off or went into YouTube's black hole somewhere, but I have to do some more. But those videos are short. So when I put them out, would you guys mind watching them? Because I don't know what it's going to be like. Like, I'll probably need 3,000 hours again and blah, 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 blah. But I'm going to take off the shorts. Like, if I don't have my face sitting in the video, that's a problem. And like one journey was talking in hers, and I do that sometimes, but YouTube just wants to make sure you are present. The reviewer is present, and it's not just some fake AI. And I don't even use AI and all that stuff. So my shorts are going to disappear unless my face is in it. If my face isn't in it, or I'm not in it, or my voice, they're going to come off. And because I have narrowed it down, because YouTube doesn't really tell you what the problem is. You have to go find out. And that's by looking at YouTube videos to teach yourself, which is fine, but it's very stressful. Like, you think everything is enough, but it's not enough, you know. But thank goodness, they didn't say, well, no, they just said, do some editing. I was like, what, they want me to edit now? But then I got on one good channel and it said, shorts can be your downfall. If you don't say enough, and you know me, I just make a quip, right? And then I keep it moving. But they want you to say something like what's going on, and then a recommendation, or ask a question and make a recommendation. Artie, I'm sorry, Artist. I have a friend named Artie. Well, she used to be a friend when I used to work. Her name was Artie. So Artist, if I call you Artie, that's why. My apologies. And then Melissa may get fired and team up with Anthony against Amber. She can't be trusted. No, she cannot be trusted. But as long as her attorney knows, that means the court knows. And I mean, that's in real life. But as long as your attorney knows, you're pretty safe. So Amber just needs to tell the attorney. 2 divorces coming. Oh, Terry finally left Abby. He got out of there. Was he missing Genesis? He was missing Magnolia's sister, Genesis. And then Marion says, but you know what? Telling a person you're disappointed sometimes worse than firing and being suspended. Melissa has probably never been checked by Ben ever. Melissa sees he's putting Amber before her. Well, yeah. And the other thing, I had mentioned it a while back that I saw, was that, remember when, what's his name? Dave's friend. What's his name? That guy whose house that is in real life, the house. She said, like, when Dave referred to him as his best friend, and Melissa said, I thought I was your best friend. Remember, that's number one. First time she said that. And then the second time is when she made the comment about Amber. So 2 times she has used the word best friend with Dave. Danielle needs to have a best friend. So something is wrong with those 2 girls. And I'm really wondering what's wrong with them. Dolly said, yeah, and Marion, I agree with you. Saying that you're disappointed, That's to me a hard check. Like that's a painful check to get by your boss when they say they're disappointed in you. Dolly says that vision board was an illusion. Yeah, it was. And that's why I said it looked like the one on the bodyguard, that stalker that had that, the one of whatever Whitney's name was in the movie. And it looked just like it with the heads cut out and the wedding and all that nonsense. Danielle throws that friend word out. Danielle is Magnolia. What do you call Becky with the dark hair? What do you call Becky with the dark hair, Magnolia? That's Danielle. She'll throw your behind under the bus so fast. I knew something wrong with her. And then, all those people were saying, well, Amber's not being her friend. Amber didn't ask to be her friend. Nobody told that girl to go checking Anthony and checking Shayla and doing all the stuff she was doing. Danielle did that on her own. And Amber has never asked, oh, my eyes are dark. Amber has never asked her for anything. And then they're like, well, Amber's not a good friend. Amber didn't ask that girl to do all that. And those are the kind of people that think you belong to them and they exist. Or if you're not there for them, they'll have a fit. Like, what? And y'all don't want to see me. I'd be like, I think you need to go somewhere and leave me alone because I'm not the one. You might want to go and leave me alone right now. I'm serious. I don't trust people. Not like that. You don't own other people because they're supposed to be your friends, so they're supposed to be there for you 24/7. And we're like 100 years old. I am anyway. Come on. Anyway, Magnolia says for now it's enough because she has no more room for slip-ups, terrain. Okay. And then Carolyn says, Dave said he understands Amber getting her money for the divorce. Eklund, Nonya, Mike posted Dom on his IG. Now Shayla just showed it to Sonny. Shayla need to go find her some more business. She had put Mike on the shelf thinking that Anthony was coming back. And if he didn't come back, then she could go back and get Mike. And remember, she went and found out. Mike said, no, I'm done. Remember that when she went over to, what was he, at the gym or something? And she showed up like people are supposed to wait on her, like she did with Arby. And then Arby was like, bye, Shayla. Arby did not care. He was like, see you. And then, no, Dave didn't say anything about Amber's settlement except wanting her to get it. Amber thinks Melissa has sabotaged her. Well, that makes sense, both Magnolia and Angela. I mean, to me anyway. But the problem is everybody forgets. You cannot, I don't care what they say. Do you know a judge will allow in an original divorce action or petition, especially if there's a baby? And people think, well, that happened before. No, I'm telling you, at least in California, because I designed programs for divorce court. If there is a valid reason to bring that previous petition in, and it hasn't been a year that the other person was gone, which would have been abandonment, they can look at it. It's their court. And that's what people don't seem to understand. And you got a baby Kai running around. So I don't know why people are whining and complaining saying, well, Amber just blew it. No, Anthony blew it. And now these folks want to whitewash Anthony like he did no dirt. And where's Ro? She never did get to marry Malachi, thank goodness, but he runs around just messing. He's bad as Wayne, messing around in people's relationships. Simply, Abby says, Carolyn, I love the double team. Both Dave and Amber checked her, and he let Amber say her piece. Then he came back to reinforce what she said and added the discipline, take a few days off. Poof, did she go home to her house like the misery lady Kathy Bates had, off in the woods? And Terrain said, Danielle isn't Amber's friend. Danielle's nobody's friend. Danielle is Ben's wife. That's her identity. That's who Danielle is. She is Ben's wife. And when people, that's all they have is having a place in somebody's life, like a wife or a husband, when that's all you got, you probably got a really sad life. Eklund says, I don't like Sunny, me either. She's ungrateful and entitled. Didn't like how she treated Mike. Eklund, she's always been that way. And people used to say, oh, she's so nice until she started hanging out with Shayla. Then they didn't like Sunny. And then when she stopped hanging out and she didn't want Chad, then everybody was mad at Sunny. Sunny's never been different. This is the same girl didn't know her husband was a sword fighter for 8 months. Come on now. Come on. Right. And then Ben is more of Darren and Anthony's friend than his wife. He is, Carolyn. And that's the Good Old Boy Network. When I say the Good Old Boy Network, you know what that means, Carolyn. I know you know. That's the Good Old Boy Network. Yeah. And I'm so glad I don't have one of them kind of men. But I wouldn't have married him anyway. Danielle called Amber over to chat, but it was about Dave. Wait, Danielle, after all that, then called Amber? What the hell she want to chat about? Artist says, Nonya, I agree. Being married, you have to watch folks and keep them away. Set those boundaries. Artists, you do. We learned that years ago. Not quite the hard way, but people tried on both sides. Amber went to Danielle's home. Oh, and they had a conversation, Angela. Okay. Whoa. Dang, I missed all that. Darn it. Jeez. Yeah, I'm going to make sure I read y'all's comments. Actually, I can leave it up and just, cut it or whatever, edit it. But it'll just have the flowers in it. Or I can take it and just move it and I can read what you said. Derain, but I will get credit for it if I leave it up there. So all I want to see is Amber move on and get her divorce and be happy. I think for Team Amber people, or just even Team Humanity people who want to see the right thing done, let that woman move on and leave Shayla and Kai and Anthony in the dust. And take Coco with you. And I don't mean Amber. I mean, Coco, go over there with your cousin because you knew what this man was like and you didn't tell Amber. And that's foul. That's shady. That's shady, right? My eyes are watering. God, my eyes are dark, but that's okay. Derain, I agree with you. I agree. Dave isn't emotional. Right, Magnolia? He's unflappable. I had dumped off a list of words a few weeks ago to see which ones fit Dave, and flappable was one of them, and there was another word. It's not that he doesn't care. He's not stoic, because stoic is kind of cold. Stoic is almost like Denisha. Denisha she's cold. And Anthony's soon going to find out she's cold. Eklund, Mike deserves everything he gets. He expects Sunny to put up with too much foolishness. And I didn't like when Sunny went and got pregnant with Melissa's boyfriend. And in spite of what people might thought about Melissa, just because she left and couldn't go to the island, you don't go to the dirty bathroom on a boat dock and do whatever and then get pregnant with twins. So, and then act like she was confused talking about Mike was messing with me and Melissa. No, honey, Melissa still had her stuff at that house. She's only gone one night. And Sonny just couldn't bear to see him with somebody else. So If Sunny can never step into the main girl role, the main woman role, then she gets whatever she gets because she takes anything. And she just says, okay, I forgive you. Okay, Sonny, you keep forgiving them then. Because that's what you're going to end up doing is being a side chick forever. And as far as Dom, what's that lake, that river? What's it called? The one where people go to the bottom and never come back out? Lake, whatever she was planning to wherever she was planning to take Mike. And Dom was going to drop him off in that lake. Back where you guys are in the Midwest, I guess. Carolyn says Danielle called Amber to come over so she can get in her business about Dave. Really? After all of this, she wants to call Amber? Amber told her to mind her business and don't tell Ben. Did she tell Amber she already told Ben? Artist, at Carolyn, you're right. You're right. Let's see. Hold on. Amber told her to mind her business. Ben is more loyal to his buddies. Yeah, that's the Good Old Boy Network, artists. And then Christopher says Danielle's checking Amber like she her mama. Telling y'all, better keep these people away from your boo things. If it's a man or a woman. Don't do it. Nonya, I will not call no name. However, in another chat, commentator was saying Amber runs behind Dave, and I commented that Dave allows Amber to visit him. You know what? That's the kind of stuff that'll make your blood pressure go up too, Dolly. I don't even go in there and listen to them people no more. And I'm going to say this again. The persuasion is triggered by advertising dollars. It is. So do with that what you will. It's not that they believe that. They do it because that's how you make money. And so when I start doing my reviews, but at least, they don't bother me and whoever else, But I'm glad I don't listen to that foolishness because I think for me, it says, I don't know. I guess I care about human beings more than I care about money. And I'm nowhere near rich, but I ain't doing it. Can you imagine everybody jumping on one person and just kicking them, hitting them, scratching them? That's what's going on with the Amber character. And these people get off on it. That should tell us a lot about people. I mean, I know this is a skit, but some of these people really believe what they're thinking. Remember the guy that came on and he called Shayla the B word and he was on the screen? These are skits. These are not real, but the circumstances do happen. And now look at all these people thinking everything is all good, because we're beating up on Amber. Beating up on Amber for what? Is she the only one that has something to be beat up on? Why do they dislike her so much? Some men don't like pretty women. Some men don't like strong women. And this is no offense to any man in my chat. But some men don't like that. They can't handle that. And that's a you problem. That's a they problem. And they get off on it because it gives them the opportunity to bash a woman that they think is not in the second place role. And I'm not a feminist, but that's why a lot of guys get off doing that. They can't do it to their own wife, so they do it to somebody else. And some of these people, they get off on it. There are women who think that women should still be second to men. Yeah. I mean, it might be head of household, husband, wife, but I'll be doggone if we're not going to be on an even playing field. I let my husband step up. Yeah, I let him. But most women who've been married, they do that because we know when to let go and step back and let our husband be who he is. Just that, our husband. And I'm very independent, but I know when I need my husband, he knows when to step up. because he knows I'm going to defend our home and our children. But I'm a mom and I'm a wife. But when I need my husband, he already knows. And I just move out the way. But some men don't like pretty women. They don't like powerful women. They don't like women with money. They don't like them. And you can kind of see which ones these are. You can see the women who don't like it, who think women should take a back seat. And but it's a fact. I'm not saying it to be mean or anything. It's a fact. These people really do exist, especially, I mean, they do in other countries, but in America, yeah, it's everywhere. So when I see people doing that, you think I don't see you for who you are or doing what you're doing for money? I see you. I see you. So don't, so when everything settles down, don't come back trying to double pedal. Don't do it, right? Mm-mm. When I saw it coming, I was like, I'm out. I'm out. Okay. Carolyn, exactly. Please, Magnolia, thank you. Please be sure to hit the, hi, Willie, hit the like button and share and subscribe button. I better slow down. Hi, Willie. Welcome in. I saw your comment. Thank you this morning. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching videos. We don't have to watch any more videos for like a while because I can't reapply anyway until September, but I'm over that. And I know, I'm pretty sure it's my shorts because they don't have enough words in them. Hey, where's Angelina's video at anyway, you guys? I'm so like fired up about that. I don't believe I have almost 1 million views. I mean, me with 1 million views? Wow. And I didn't do anything special to it. I think I just got a clear image of it. I think that's what it is. And people could actually see it. Let me just see where she is. Angelina, she's at 903. She's at 903,689 views. So this morning, I sent a message. I think I sent it to Tina, but I tagged Angelina, Cortina, and Kountry Wayne on it. So, and I just said thank you for the video. Let's see. Andrea says Ben lied. She never told him that. Willie, I'm sorry. How are you? It's good to see you in here. Andrea, Ben never said that. Simply says, Dave is a man we know. Annie is a female. He's way below. God, I look like I'm crying. Jeez. He's way below beta male. He's like a C male. Whatever that is. I don't know. I just made it up. I just made it up. Let's see. Wow, I got to go see this stuff. And that's why I'm always saying, thanks, Angela. I do feel better, but I know I have to catch myself and slow my roll because I don't want to be back where I was on Friday. I was really not feeling good Thursday and Friday night, or Thursday night, Friday, and then Saturday. But thank God my husband took off. He closed the shop half day. And then we got my blood drawn. Dan might tell Anthony. He probably will tell Darren. He's definitely going to tell it. And who can throw a stone? Can Ben? Can Darren? Can Anthony? And Magnolia says, Ant is almost sure not to sign once he sees Dave. You don't have to sign, Magnolia. The judge will do it for him. The judges will get you. In most states. There are some states that tend to lean toward the men. But for the most part, nope. So I tell you, let the Amber bashing begin. So you guys get ready because it's going to get worse. So whenever those people are talking, running their mouths, if you can ignore them, ignore them. If you want to stay, still be able to shake it off because it's going to upset you. If you are an Amber fan, it's going to upset you. Or if you're like, there are people who are really, really neutral. And they have their reasons for being neutral. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there's not. I'm just not Team Anthony and Shayla. I don't like what they did to that 2-month-old marriage. 2 months old before it got destroyed. So am I Team Anthony and Shayla? No. No. Somebody, yeah, no. Mm-mm. Thanks, Angela. I'm going to try to do a video. No, I'm not going to try. I am going to do it. I'm going to do a pre-recording and just, I might put one picture frame of somebody's face and that's, that's it. And then I'm just going to talk because I don't, not try to use the video. Amber was honest today. She says she want to get what's hers. I mean, you go through that much for a whole year and a half. And let's not forget the losing of the babies, losing of your spouse, and then losing to your best friend. And then he comes back just to hide his money. And then he treats you like a doormat. What woman wouldn't ask for something? I mean, and to keep it honest, usually in an equitable state, 50-50 is a negotiating kickoff point. It's not like you expect to get this. This is what attorneys usually say. And Angelina's asking for 90% if Brody divorces her. Okay, I'm Ben definitely going to tell Anthony. Oh, back here. I hope Denisha takes him. Because he's going to be so sorry if he get with Denisha. Because I'm sure she's probably not going to be the kind to put up with the foolishness. And then Carolyn, don't trigger. Carolyn, don't trigger like that. But it is true. He still won't sign the papers. He thinks he's the best Amber will ever get. But he's the actual worst. And he is the worst. And it's sad because there are guys like the smart guys who made themselves rich and all that. They do act like that. Well, some of them, I guess. I only know, like, we knew one rich guy, but he was not like impressive. He was just a guy. I mean, never would have looked at him, but probably didn't look at me either. Anyway, let's see. Magnolia says, I love that for Amber, triplet. She can remain in her feminine space and have her man be that man and not talk her through her emotions. I like that, Magnolia. And sometimes that's what we need. We don't always need, and we don't need to do it to them either. Because I know women do tend to want to make their boyfriend or husband feel better, like we do our kids, but they're not children, right? So we have to back up because I would catch myself trying to do something like that. And it's like, leave that man alone. Don't ignore him, but leave him alone. He got this, and I'm the same way. I'm like, I'm all right. Just let me be for now. And just leave the person alone. And that's the hard part about like marriage or even living together or whatever, is that we have to know when to give the other person space, right? Because we can't fix everything that's broken. We just can't do it. But a lot of us, it's in our nature to want to do that. But Carolyn, don't trigger. Okay, I read that one. I'm sorry. And I love that. And Tyrene says, Gwen, he will tell both for sure. Carolyn Brown says, I said on the other chat, I want to see Anthony talking to Dave's chest. Me too. Bucking up like he did Barone 44, bar 44's Holiday. That's the guy's name, Holiday. Anthony was doing all that talk to the man's chest. Little ankles looked him in the eye. I wouldn't be surprised if Anthony meets Dave's skit isn't tomorrow or Sunday. And I keep forgetting today is Friday. I missed 2 whole days. But you know what? It did feel good to just sleep. Because for some reason I was just zoned. Well, I know I was stressed out, but I was zoned out, like weird zoned out. Kind of scared myself a little bit after what was it, the last wine we did. Yeah, I felt real lightheaded and stuff. Even though Melissa is Dave's employee, Marion says he let Amber say what she wanted. Okay, and reiterated to Melissa. Okay, when you guys have to leave, let me know and I'll stop talking. Okay, because I know you guys have other chats you want to go to. Carolyn says simply, he told Shayla he doesn't want to lose. That's why he's not signing. But he's not in control, but he thinks he is. And, I hope, honestly, we know Wayne's going to do something to the Dave character. We know he's going to do something. But I honestly hope that Wayne lets Amber get what she needs out of that divorce so she can close that chapter and move on. Are they going to have a power couple, do you guys think, coming up? Or is it going to get like crazy wild? And then Gwen says the question is, did Amber tell? Yeah, she told her attorney already about Dave. She didn't say his name. And then the attorney said, I'm sorry. The attorney, Gwen, said alleged affair when Amber told her she was in an affair. And then Amber said, and the attorney said something like, what happens if it doesn't work out or whatever? And Amber said, she'll have her freedom. And I was so glad she said the freedom word, because I'm like, don't no man need you. Men don't identify you. Neither do women. We don't need to be identified by who we're with. We came here alone. We will leave here alone. Right? So yeah, Gwen, to answer your question, the attorney knows. Remember, and she told Amber to go home at night or whatever. And Amber's probably like, the heck I will. I'm going back there with that crazy man. That's something I would do. I'd be like, do what now? Go back over there? Yeah, right. I wouldn't go. I'd say I'm at Ernestine's house. I would. Simply Abby says, Gwen, he's definitely going to tell. They can never pass up an opportunity to pour dirt on Amber's name. Did you see how excited Ben was confirming it? Because Ben does believe that Amber is all the things that Anthony said, right? And Ben just doesn't know. Michelle probably has all the records about Abigail. I bet she does. I bet she does. Simply, yeah. And Ben, he just hates her, like, just because he's one of those people that I mentioned earlier who don't really like strong women. That's why he plays circles around Danielle, because she's that. God, my eyes are really watering. Jeez, I'm sorry. He runs circles around Danielle because she wants to be a perfect wife. How are you going to be a perfect wife to a man that left you for 3 years to be with a black woman? Not that anything's wrong with a black woman, but his preference is black women. And Danielle, you don't even know it. Keisha, Magnolia, do you think the weasel will talk to Dave's chest? No. And then Terry was crying over Genesis' ex-hubby. Oh, I saw some guy come to the house. That was Genesis's ex-husband. And Terry was crying. Kiki got him in his feelings. That's Kiki doing all that. She got everybody crying. Oh my gosh. Alex. Yeah, that's Alex. Okay, thank you, Magnolia. And she said, when he said Alex was his best friend, Melissa didn't like that. She said, I thought I was your best friend. So nobody can be his best friend except Melissa. So for people who didn't pick up on that, she wants Dave to herself. Nobody else, but just to herself. And that's why she's been sitting there for 10 years. And Ben is Danielle's best friend. Well, she's you mean Danielle? Faye, yeah. In her eyes, She thinks she believes that, and you want to believe that about your husband, right? But there, I don't know. Then, and like when they have a problem, they just kind of they chat about it and they just kind of dust it off and walk off. Like the problem's gonna go poof, poof, be gone. It's not going away. It just got reburied again, and it's going to resurface, right? And then Marion says, Gwen, the attorney said allegedly guy. So she has an inkling there's another man. She knows. That's why she told Amber to go home at night. Carolyn, I'm screaming. Him talking to that man's chest. That was hecka funny. Mm-hmm. Because Holiday was tall. Well, most people probably taller than Anthony, but Dave is so calm. He's going to be barking up the wrong tree. He better not disrespect her in his presence. And I'm dying to see, not dying, but I better not use that word. I want to see what happens when Anthony confronts Amber about it, because we know he's going to. Anybody think that Anthony is dumb enough to bring Denisha over to the mansion? Anybody think that? Okay, Dave, my chocolate unbothered king, will look at Atlanta like a chump. He is. You know, he already did his investigation on Anthony Dalton. He already knows Amber's name and address. So you know he knows who about Anthony. Wait, does Ben know Dave? Does Ben know Dave, you guys? Maybe you put it in the chat. I didn't see it. Abby, yes, I saw that, and he couldn't be more wrong about what's going on. He just believes whatever Anthony tells him. That's true. And then Pepper Ann equals Melissa. Okay, Pepper Ann. I like that. Pepper Ann, and then Becky Blabbermouth equals Danielle. I like that, Magnolia. Keisha does too. Angela does too. That's funny. Oh my gosh. You got some names. That's good. I hope you don't have one for me. Magnolia got a name for everybody. Go ahead, Miss Magnolia. She said Pepper Ann. Melissa, I told y'all Melissa was crazy. Yeah, she's nuts. Watch Keisha. Watch Keisha. I know my baby daddy. Magnolia, you too much, girl. Anthony is going to want to know where Dave lives after Ben tells him the secret. So Ben does know Dave? Does Ben know Dave? What's going on? The Vision Board sisters. Yeah, let's see Danielle's. She probably got a big X through Abigail's name. And then Keisha's laughing at Carolyn. We better check to see if Danielle has a vision board. I didn't even see your comment. Yeah, let's see if she has a vision board entitled Best Friends. They're a messy bunch. And then throw Michelle in there too. Who wants to be around those people? I agree, Nonya, the way Danielle's acting with Amber, you wouldn't have got that far with me. Mm-mm. And then Artist says to Carolyn, those sisters are truly disturbed. Yeah, they have, and I'm wondering what their issues are, because I know their dad is alive, but has anybody ever said anything about their mom? Because we know the dad is alive, but I don't know about the mother, Artist. But they have some deep problems. Faye says Danielle is going through trauma withdrawal, and she needs somebody to probably trauma bond with, unless she goes to her house buried deep back in the woods. And then she may have had friends or been popular in the past. Her divorce probably took her into a dark place. Cutting her off from her friends, Faye. That's a bar, because that does happen. That happens. I shut myself off from my family. But I did for a different reason the first time. Because I didn't want them asking me a bunch of questions, because they're nosy. I love my family to death, but I wasn't about to be talked about nothing. So don't ask questions, because then all they're going to do is go run and talk about you. Right? I'm sorry. My eyes are kind of red. Let's see. Still There's still no prenup and changes nothing. That's true. Melissa stomped off. Please like, share, and subscribe to Nonyasis Chat. It's free to subscribe. Thank you. Thanks, Gwen. And Doreen says, Danielle tell Ben too much of everybody's business. And Gwen, I forgot to check if she was wearing her vintage lemon pepper her lemon pepper steppers. I like that. Okay. And then finally, Christopher says, Danielle's there to collect information and tell Ben. Because you know what? I think women who do that are, well, I'm going to ask you guys because I don't know. Are they trying to score brownie points with their husbands? Is that why they do that? Maybe that's why she doesn't have any friends, too. Maybe she tells everybody's business to Ben. But is that why they do it? Are they trying to get brownie points or something? He's got a whole nother woman that'll open the door and bring him back inside her house. So Danielle needs to take a back seat, mind her business. Marion says, I'm wondering how will Anthony actually meet Dave. We know 100% sure Ben and Dave know each other. That's what I'm wondering. Did they show any of that? That Ben and Dave actually know each other somehow? Because he did use action without words is nothing. I mean, words without action is nothing. The same thing Dave said. And then he also told Danielle take off her rose-colored glasses, which we know that's what Dave wears. And that's what made me say, do they know each other? Right? Magnolia says, yes, Sunny she was a bird day one, which is why Shayla's was her friend. Yep. And then Gwen, Melissa thinks Dave was going to make her work today. She really thought she was going to stay at work. I would have been so embarrassed. Hi, Antoinette. She wants to chat about what Melissa told her about. Please, Danielle. If I was Amber, I wouldn't talk to her ever again. Does Amber know she told Ben? Did you guys mention that? Anthony is going to want to know where Dave lives. Yeah, go ahead and run up on Dave if you want to. I was raised around good old boys, and they are definitely someone one of a kind characters. If I know what you mean, and I do know what you mean. Team Amber all day, Magnolia. Danielle's telling Ben that Amber turned Melissa's world upside down. Okay, and that world, Ben doesn't know Melissa. Hi, Aminata. I am confused that people are mad at Amber for being mad at Melissa because they just want to bash Amber. Aminata, that's all it is. They're going to find anything to be mad at Amber. That's all. Girl, don't even. I'm serious, you guys. They're going to try to trigger you. They're going to try to make you change sides. They're going to do everything they can do. And I am here to tell you because I've been there. I've seen it. Yes, that's what they're going to do, Aminata. So they're going to try to throw everything out there to see if you'll bite. And once they can reel you in, that gives them more power. Do you understand what I mean? They feel more empowered and more emboldened to keep bashing this one person. Because what is it? It's about money. I guess I'll just be broke all the time because if you do something, I'm gonna be mad at you and I'm gonna talk about it. But when you bashing one person, doesn't even make sense. And then the sad part is that most of them know the storyline. They just change it for clicks. They do it for clicks. Aminata, so just so you'll know. Danielle couldn't even be a loyal sister to her. Amber deserves to be happy. Hi, Janet. How are you, doll? Thank you, Amina. Aminata, Amina. Well, Nonya, Coco wasn't feeling Amber at first. I remember Carolyn. I remember. And now that we see what Anthony is really like, because I will forever say Anthony was not who he pretended to be when he came. I didn't like him then. I don't like him now. But Coco knew a secret. She should have told Amber. And I kept wondering, Why won't she tell Amber what's wrong with this man? Right? And she'll never tell her. Well, now we're starting to see what's wrong with him. And he might be schizo, like Diesel was. Could be. Because who was that? We used to say Anthony had a twin brother. Or I think, was it Nature or Trap Star? Magnolia, do you remember? Ben is probably on the phone with Anthony now, with Antonia. People talking about Melissa don't work for Amber. She has no right to check her, but Melissa will. But go tell Amber business, not Dave. No, she ain't gonna tell on Dave. She gonna tell exactly. Nonya Eklund, yeah, that's all it is, and I don't mind saying what it is. And I don't know why I'm crying, guys. My eyes are just watering up a storm. Probably because I didn't take my water pill today. Dolly says Amber does deserve to be happy. I mean, Anthony and Shayla tore that. Oh, Lake Lanier. That's it, Magnolia. Thank you. And Anthony and Shayla tore that marriage up, and it wasn't even past, what, 2.5 months. And then people say, well, she wasn't married long enough to be asking for that. And whose fault is that? That's another one you're going to hear in their Aminata. Well, she was only married to him a couple of months. Yeah, but what happened? Why is that? Because he started doing Shayla, or Shayla started doing him, and then they started doing each other. So when they make that argument too, just look at it for what it is. It's nonsense. It's nonsense, and it's clickbait. Amber does deserve to be happy. Yes. Faye says, my married friends don't hang with single friends. They isolate. A divorce sends them back to the world lost and alone. It does. It's hard to get back into the sister circle. Faye, I never did get back into and I have sisters, like real sisters, but the sister circle, and I didn't rebound to my current husband, who happened to be my first husband, my first boyfriend, and I married him, Faye. But I just stayed to myself because it was just something maybe I still had to work through to get back to being me, because I had gotten used to being with him, and I just had to back up and be me again. And it was okay. You know, I went to work, did what I had to do, and I was fine. And I think that, because I never really wanted to get married anyway, I just did it just because it was something to do. I did. I mean, I loved him, but I just did it. I was like, no, I didn't live dangerously, but I was always like up for like excitement, as long as it wasn't over the top type excitement. I do look like I'm crying. Look at my eyes. Sorry, everybody. I wonder why they're watering so much. I'm sorry. Let's see. And Dolly with her 50%. And then Antoinette Burkhead said, really, the man can't hold water. Abby says, yes. Aminata Danielle has drank so much of Ben's Kool-Aid that she was willing to jeopardize her sister's livelihood. That's when you know you've lost your identity. When that man means more to you than anything. And there are people that are that way. You know, their spouse means everything. Even the ones who leave you and marry another woman, and they leave you for 3 whole years, and you have to start over all by yourself. And then you let them come back. You ain't coming back to me. I might go back to you, but you ain't coming back to me. Dom says she was molested, but I don't believe her that she's lying. She told 2 different stories. Okay. I can't even watch her. Dom's crazy. Larry told Bethany black people don't eat pumpkin like that. Destiny was trying some pumpkin bread Bethany had. They tried to tell her don't eat it. She didn't like it. I don't like it either. I don't like pumpkin. Pepper Ann, oh, Dave, better than that. This is crazy, you guys. I'm gonna watch it. Do you guys need to jump off and go to Sharon's? If you guys need to go, let me know, and I will let you go. Hopefully, I will still feel okay because I need to. I need to make a video today, and I'm going to. I have to start stacking some videos up for content review. Simply, that's the point I'm making. I hope that when Abigail things come out, Danielle has no one to go to. I mean, they don't even know Amber. And now they're just all up in her life. People are strange. Amber's a married woman. Did they expect Dave to go to Amber's house? People make stupid comments. Yeah, they do. Nonya, I learned the hard way the other night. Janet, you went in there. I'm telling you. They'll have you so upset in there. They will have you upset. Yep. I told you that's how my blood pressure went high for last year. And I'm not kidding. Let's see. Carolyn says, I think Ben might tell Darren so he can keep his hands clean. I think, Carolyn, that's exactly what's going to happen. He won't tell Ben and Danielle, tell everything they know. I'm watching to see because I think, who knows? I don't know. Yeah, you're right. They're miserable people, Magnolia, so no telling. George says, I can't do the bandwagon mess. I think my own thoughts. I know you do, George. That's why I like when you're in here. And whatever you think, be you. Whatever you guys stand on it. But my thing is just don't start not you, George, but don't start juggling the balls to make a storyline be the way that you want it to be. By omission, by lying, but I mean, I understand that's a job for some people to do. And whatever it is that makes you happy, then do you. Do you, boo. If that's what makes certain people happy, then so be it. But when you follow, if you really watch the skits and you know what's going on in the skits, we are the people who tend to get upset about it. When we hear the blatant lies, we get upset about it because some of them, I don't know if they've told so many fibs that they forgot or they still know the truth, but it's about the mighty dollar for a lot of people. So that's probably why I'll always be broke. I'll probably always be broke. No, I'm just kidding. How's what's her name doing? I don't believe I'm actually watching this video like I am. She's probably still I have almost 1 million views. I never thought that would happen. And I don't even know why it happened. But Hemi Girl said it was the clarity of the video. I don't know. She's almost at 904,000. So I might not make 1 million, but 900,000 views? Wow. Yeah, I can't do the bandwagon either. And then when I know that they're like really like lying, like they know better, that really triggers me. And so now, yeah, the incels, yeah, like I've been saying all along, and they love it. And the sad part, what about the ones who believe it, like in real life believe it? I mean, you have to be careful of people. I mean, look at when that people were going after Shayla, and then she got that real stalker. Magnolia, you remember that, right? She had a real stalker, like stalking her. It's like these people are acting. Whatever you might think of, whatever their role is, they're real people at the end of the day. As much as I dislike the Shayla character, I don't want to see the girl getting stalked. In real life, she was getting threats. And she's just doing her job. Triplet, don't get me started about Sunny. Abby, you don't like Sunny either. She deserves everything she's getting. Want to be close to a bottom feeder. That bad begging for friendship yuck. When she, remember when she used to beg Shayla to be her friend? I was like, what is wrong with this girl? And they just embolden Shayla more and more and more and more, and just oil up her snake skin. And now she's supposed to be the queen of the ball. Yeah, that's Shayla. But yeah, I felt terrible when that girl was getting threats. Who does that? Well, people do that. I know you guys know Abby from NCIS on TV. She had stalker. They finally caught him. Yep, good for you, George. They finally caught Abby Stalker from NCIS, and she had a real one. And Eklund says, Nonya, King took Delicia on a yacht. He did, and sent a driver. She was swept off her feet. She don't know how rich he is. She still doesn't know yet, huh? That viewer, Angela, you're not supposed to put that out. Well, I guess, I mean, he put it out there, right? That viewer, yeah. When Bakker's on the live stream, him. And he still has not stopped. You're right, Angela. He hasn't stopped. They get too wild and they believe it. That's the sad part. They think like it's real. It's not real. These people are acting. It's crazy, right? And then that one guy, he was on there on Country Wayne's chat, and he goes, I'm Anthony Dalton, and made the muscle arm. And I'm looking, thinking, how old is this kid? Thinking that what Anthony is doing is so cool. You know, I'd be embarrassed to say I was Anthony Dalton. There's nothing cool about that. And then let's see. Aminata not aware that it's set up for Amber not to lose by giving her a Dave. They're gonna do something to Dave's character, but hopefully they'll spare him somewhat. Amber says she doesn't care if Anthony finds out about Dave, but she still doesn't want to serve Dave on a platter. I understand that. And True simply, hi Juanita Crenshaw, how are you? I want Amber to win her divorce and still end up with Dave. Me too. I mean, how long can you just be abused by people? You know? How long can a person really just take abuse and still be okay? That girl was broken out there walking around in a leather coat. When you see that, if you see that in real life, know something is probably wrong with that person. And then Carolyn says men co-sign each other cheating as soon as they think a woman is cheating or wanting a man's money. They have a hissy fit. Yep, Carolyn, exactly. Anthony spent his whole marriage either pining for Roe or cheating with Shayla. Yeah. And that's all okay. They have no problem with Anthony and what he was doing. It's a good old boy network. Dang, Shayla wearing a black wig. What she got a wig on for? She didn't change her hair back to black. Does that have anything to do with upcoming Denisha skits by chance? Derain, if Amber doesn't win her divorce, Amber's going to get something because Anthony slept with her best friend, had a baby, but I hope Dave will still be there for her. And I do too. But Derain, better yet, I hope Amber is there for Amber. Because when you get that divorce, it is like a funeral. I don't know. People might know that, but it's true. Some of the women are old and miserable and feel like because they didn't have the strength to walk away, that other women have to do the same. And that, Magnolia, is a bar because that is totally true. They think you're supposed to sit there and take that stuff. Ish. And then they get mad when you don't. Say the 1800s or the early 1900s, but they believe that. Even Mama Brenda got a divorce because her husband was an adulterer. Yeah, Magnolia, put it out there, say it louder, and keep saying it to the ears that need to hear it. Yeah, keep saying it, Magnolia, please, because they don't seem to get it. How come Ben never runs and tells Amber about Shayla and Anthony, but he's running fast to tell about Amber's cheating? Because he don't like Amber. Because Anthony has already put all these ugly things about Amber. But then Ben forgets about when Anthony says, "No, I want him. I want Amber. I'll give Amber all of my money. I'll give Amber my house." But Ben forgets about those moments. He only holds on to the ugly moments, right? And then Christopher says, "Durain, tell Amber he's not going anywhere. She is his woman." Oh, he told her? Okay. And then Dolly says, "Me either, Magnolia, because like my family says, don't bother me because I will come back with an unexpected response." You know, Dolly, my responses are never unexpected. And I will come for you with that nonsense. I will check anybody. But only if you've pushed and pushed enough. So they should know when to expect whatever they get. So just be quiet and leave us alone. But then there are people who just let people say stuff, you know. Shayla always runs around. So in chaos, yeah, she does. She's a ball of confusion. Hi, Aminata. And then Magnolia says exactly. Amber will be fine because she's a go-getter. She'll never be a Shayla, a Shayless, like Payless shoes, depending on the man to provide for her. Artist says, "I refuse to argue or debate with anyone over and over who needs Amber to justify or validate why she filed for divorce." Because they don't understand, artists, what that woman went through being that man's wife. They don't get it. And they don't understand like mental abuse. There are people who just don't understand that concept. In addition to the cheating, they don't get it. We get it, but there are people who don't get it. They don't see they don't see anything wrong with the way he treated her. They don't see it. They'll probably do the same thing if they ever get married. hmm And does that go back to childhood? Yeah. Hi, baby girl. It can. And like not having a dad, maybe, or having an abusive dad. It comes from somewhere, right? Artists, it comes from somewhere. I don't want Anthony pretending to want his wife or fight for her. He will never do right by Amber. He won't. And he will use Dave thing to cheat more and to treat her worse. To me, there's no point. Let her leave and heal. I agree, Aminata. Exactly. Hi, Miss Fatal. She said, right, Aminata. And Dolly says, exactly, Magnolia. I'm not the one to stay in misery. I ain't either. I'm leaving. I am out of here. I don't watch none of those people. I don't want to give them my view or energy. All they'll do is drain you. Hi, Miss T. What's happening, sis? Correct, Nonya. Yeah, life is too short. Don't let them suck the life out of you. They're like vampire. They're like energy and life vampires. They suck you till there's nothing left. And then they walk over you. They don't care. They don't care. They're doing something for a reason. They don't care. Did nobody come go take me to go get my blood pressure checked, did they? I'm sorry. I think I'm crying. I still don't know why my eyes are. Oh, maybe because I'm reading, huh? That might be it. And plus, I got my hair in my eyes. I didn't roll it, so it's just kind of like hanging there. Team neutral. Eklund, I know you are. I already know who you are, Eklund. I've been watching. I've been seeing you for almost like a year, girl. Come on, I know, and I don't miss many people, Eklund, because I know you were Team Shayla, and I can see how you would be Team Neutral. I see that, and there's nothing wrong with it. Do you, boo? I mean, for real. And you know, it is what it is, right? I mean, don't let anybody change you for being who you are. I think you're smart enough. You pick up stuff. You make your own deductions. You owe nobody an explanation for anything. None of us do, honestly. You don't. Just keep being you. Okay. I remember when you came to the channel. Hmm. So y'all good. Do you? And then Magnolia says, Dolly, they weaponize the Bible to keep women bound. Hmm. And then I want Amber to let Anthony keep his money. Walk away. Tell him to keep his money. But see, that would be, and then he's going to take a fall from Angelina and Ben. That I do believe. And I just want to see something. I don't know what. Amber probably doesn't even care about 50%. She probably just needling Anthony for being a jerk. And yeah, they talk about Amber's a gold digger, knowing doggone well she's not a gold digger. They don't care. They just say it to trigger people. They don't care. Please like, share, and subscribe to NONYASISCHAT Chat. It's free. Please subscribe and turn on notifications, please. Okay. Doreen says, like I said, I hope this is going to happen. I hope Amber moves on with Dave, and I hope Anthony moves on with Denisha, and Shayla will be with nobody. But it looks like King is trying to get a hold of Delicia, but I still want my little daydream to come true where Delicia marries Iman and shakes Shayla to the core. Because Shayla doesn't need to walk away from this scot-free. I don't care if it's 5 years down the road. She tore up those people's marriage. And Amber was her friend, blindly and idiotically. A blind friend, that's not a good friend to have. And if Shayla had been Amber's friend, maybe she would have told her, why do you always take up for me? Or, I mean, I ask people, why are you doing whatever you're doing? I don't mind asking you, what do you want? Do you want something from me? Mm-hmm. And Abby says, artists to this day, they're still saying Amber is confused. She doesn't know why she wants a divorce. Girl, Abby, I'm good. I don't. I mean, I will read it because you guys put it in sometime, but sometime if you notice, I won't read it till the end because I already know what they're doing. I'm old enough to know better. I'm probably older than all of them anyway. So I really don't give a damn. Honestly, I don't care because that's what they're doing. And just think about the young, impressionable people, the young men, and the people who think that this stuff's real. I mean, even Sarah, her podcast, when she started it, it was about being a gold digger. Sarah says she will never marry anybody that didn't have money, and she wasn't ashamed of it. And this is in real life. She has a real life podcast. Yeah. So, like I said, do you? Aminata, I agree. Let her leave and heal. Anthony needs to admit that he doesn't love her and free to himself, and he never will. Juanita says Team Amber. I say Team Amber. Simply Abby. Artist says you're right. Danielle was trying to find out the timeline. What? If Danielle don't go sit her little raggedy pepper, what'd you call her, Magnolia? Pepper black, or black pepper. I'm going to call her black pepper. Trying to find out about the timeline. Danielle is sick. She's sickening. Amber told Danielle that if Anthony had signed the papers when she asked, it wouldn't be a problem. Amber said she's legally separated. Amber asked for that divorce back in January. That was the first time. Magnolia gave me the numbers. I found the skits, and it was when she had on that burgundy suit. And you see all these people say, she didn't ask for a divorce until Dave came in. And you'll see me type, she had on a burgundy leather suit when she came home. That was the day that Danielle told her about Anthony hiding his money. That was the first time. Then there was the time with Ernestine. Then there was the time with Anthony. And then there was a time with Keisha. The Keisha one is the one where she said, "But are you happy, Amber?" Then you have people saying that pushed her to get a divorce. Those aren't the kinds of things that push you to get a divorce. This girl's been doing this for a year and a half. Do you want to keep doing it for another year and a half? At some point, you're going to want to run away. Or you're going to get to the point where you're walking around like you're a broken Barbie doll, looking like you're lost. Right? So, yeah. They will. Oh, no. It was when she met Dave. No, it wasn't. She met Dave in March. Anyway, yeah. So Magnolia says, I have my faith, however, it has its place. And for me, it's not to be involved with a skit. I agree. And Brianna, hi, Brianna. Brianna says, hello, everyone. I think Amber is going to be all right. And she's going to want what's hers. To me, she already got it. The podcast. What does she get, Brianna? The podcast, whenever it starts, she's going to give Shayla her karma. And she's going to give it to Shayla. Brianna, I think you're right. And I think that that's really, Amber has something she wants from Shayla. So she can close that chapter in her book also, right? Brianna, you came in the other night. I do think that was you. So welcome in and thank you. It's good to see you again. And then Carolyn says, Amber told Danielle, see, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30. Amber told Danielle she was judging her. Danielle was trying to tell Amber she's married. You know, Carolyn, so what? Now they're going to make Danielle this queen of knowing everything is good. I hope Abigail come knock on her door. 35 likes. Wow, still got that many people? Wow. Even though I didn't mess up, but the computer messed up on me this morning. It was so weird and random. It's like the computer never does it, but I guess it said, if you're going to leave me alone for 2.5 days, I'm just not going to work. Because I came and got on and then it just, poof, stopped. It's like, why is it stopping? 35, thank you. Whoever's watching and didn't hit the like button, please hit the like button. It just makes my numbers go up, and I thank you for that. Is Gwen still here, or did she go to lunch? Because Gwen is at work. Angela, will you do me a favor and check, Angela C., can you check to see how Angelina is doing on the short? If you don't mind, let me know, please. Thanks, Angela. Thanks, Dolly. And then Abby says, it can get worse. We don't care. We don't care. Come here, laugh, and talk, not make up stories. Exactly. And they always want to come for us. I don't care about them. And I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Who are you? What you gonna do? I don't care. And they know I know the storyline. They know I know the storyline. Okay. They always come for us. The guilty always feel accused. That's why they always make disclaimers, because they're fake. And you know, the thing is, I don't even really talk about them. I don't talk about nobody, because if you hear me talk about you, you're going to hear me talk about your behind. So I haven't talked about you. So just leave me alone, okay? Because if I do talk about you, you're going to know it. And I mean that. Erica's telling Dee she doesn't play. She doesn't play that Sharon a man. Amber beat her. I mean, Dee, Erica beat Dee down because Becky Blabbermouth can't see herself without Ben. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And there are women like that. They'll throw you under the bus in a minute to get kudo points or attaboy points. Two words that drive them crazy, legally separated. Of course, Abby, because half of them don't know what legally separated means in the first place. And so keep on showing your ignorance, right? If you don't know what it means, you might want to look it up since you guys want to look up everything else. Why don't you look that word up? Magnolia, I'm not going to use the Bible to bash. Nope. And judge a skit. No, no, no. That's why I like when Miss B says she calls it the skit God. And I'm going to use that because these are skits. This is not real world. And I don't like using my father's name in vain. I don't. I don't like it one bit. Dave and Amber look like a power couple today with Pepper Ann. Oh, I got to go see these skits. I got to run an errand shortly, though, but I got to go see the skits. Miss Fatale, I went hard today. In a comment, I went as far as to say, how can you judge character when you're talking about cracking backs and running up in there? Not my pastor. I quickly deleted before sending. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Don't let them surprise. Don't let them surprise you. But anyway, I said what I said. So just keep on going. Keep it moving. Artie. Artie says Sunny doesn't hold herself accountable for anything. She does not. Artie, she does not. And she's super spoiled now that her dad is there. She was spoiled then. It's funny how Anthony told Shayla he can lose in business and get it back. But in a personal, he can't lose. He doesn't even know how to handle a personal relationship. He needs to be quiet. But he doesn't have control over the person, and he doesn't lose. My way of venting. I used to do that, Miss Fatale. I would type something, and then I would delete it before I sent it because it would be bad, and then I would hit the delete button. But it's almost like therapeutic, right, Miss Faye? Almost therapeutic. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Hi, Miss Nay. Hi, darling. Finally, I made it. I don't know what happened to the computer this morning, but I think it was doing two things at once. Like in the background, I think it was running a soft, a deep, what do you call it, security check or something. And I thought it was the internet, but it wasn't the internet. I think it was the security thing. And then the software wouldn't work. So I think they were clashing with each other. That's what it looked like. These aren't even Christian skits. No, they're not, Magnolia. These are of the world skits. Mm-hmm. Oh, my cord. Um, I left my computer on when I was sick. Let me plug this in real quick. I left my computer on and I had it plugged in. And then when I turned it on this morning, it goes, one of your fans isn't working inside the laptop. I went, what? I mean, because it's like it's the laptop's not old. Please don't break, you know. But it had been on for like 2.5 days. And my husband, he's not going to bother it or ask me about it or anything. Amber needs to call her lawyer again. She does. I agree. Peppermint Patty from Charlotte. Now, Peppermint Patty. She does kind of remind me of Peppermint Patty. Hey, Magnolia, she does remind me of Peppermint Patty. She does. I'm still trying to remember what I saw that girl on TV. She used to be on something or either in a movie. Amber is the queen of the Christopher. I saw it. Amber is the queen of the throne. I think the thing about Amber is she's that. You have the people who have the good heart, and your discernment is off. Not that she's dumb for it, but you want to see the better things in people, and they dislike you because they dislike you. They may not like the way you look, the way. Oh, the other thing I was going to mention, um, the one thing that I do look for when it comes to the Amber character, I watch what Amber has on. And the reason I watch what she has on is because a lot of times it'll trigger in my mind a day that she does something because Amber dresses deliberately. Think about it. The burgundy leather suit, I wouldn't miss that because I like burgundy leather suits. I used to have one and I loved it, and it was burgundy. And then she had the off the shoulder white cream dress on when she mentioned it to Anthony just recently. So I kind of watch what Amber wears, and then we'll never forget the peppermint dress, that kind of thing. So she does it deliberately. That's just something I've always noticed about Amber. Miss Faye, you see it. Christopher, I saw it. Amber is the queen of the throne. She's a good person, and people don't like good people. And I think that's what Wayne is trying to tell folks. Black women with a natural. Mm-hmm. And girls, I'm sorry, guys, we have to remember Dave told Amber he got her and said it with meaning. Nonya, it's the short is holding at, okay. Thank you, Gwen. Maybe it stopped growing, you guys. It stopped at 903,000, my short. So I guess it's not going to make it to a million. But I'm going to stop watching it but thank you, Gwen. I'm going to stop watching it because I never expected it to get over 50,000, to be honest. Marion, they are thinking that Amber is looking down on D and Mel. Oh, please. They're so sickening. Brianna, you said something. I think I missed it there. Guys, we have to remember Dave told Amber he got her and said it means what he said, and said it means what he said. And I hope so, but I think so. I mean, he's so cute though. I mean, I'm married, but I like him for Amber. That's the kind of man she needed to be with, and I really do think that Amber and Anthony, they shouldn't have got married anyway because they just weren't even. They just didn't even like go together to me well. But that's just me. And then actions speak louder than words, right, Angela? Still waiting to see more of the cinnamon buns, carnival toys, and kisses from Dave. Those were cute moments for Amber. Even though I didn't like her being outside, they were still cute. And she had so much fun at the fair. And I'm over here just fussing. Like, why are you outside at that fair? Girl, if you don't go home, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I'm a mom. You getting a divorce. Why are you out there? Why are you talking to Trey? Blah, 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 blah. I'm just fussing up a storm, Angela. I see more of what she gets from little ankles. What? Oh, yeah. True. True, Magnolia. And Miss Fatale. Miss Fatale, let's see. I'm so finished. No more pee for real. Because what's been said, if you wear the title, we judge you for it because it doesn't align. You said what you said, Abby. Yes, Anthony, Anthony is that dumb. Yep, Magnolia, he is. He won't do that as long as Amber is there. Brianna says, Dave, I think, is going to play chess now. And I'm you know what? Do we still not know if Ben knows Dave? Ben, but okay, there we go again. You answered my question before I even asked it. Ben doesn't know Dave. He called him Melissa's boss. Because I was thinking maybe Ben worked for him, but he can't because he's a marketing specialist. Or they went to school or something, right? Because using similar phrases, it's common if you're in college or something. But once you grow up, you grow out of it. And then, hi, Iris. Welcome in, girl. Good to see you. I can almost see Amber running into and befriending Abigail and then get dirt on Ben. Let's see. Who would do that? Delicia would do it. I know Delicia would do it. Would Amber do it? Maybe Iris. Maybe. Because Amber talks to everybody. She doesn't mind who she talks to, you know. She just talks to people. But that's the danger of just talking to everybody is that everybody is not going to be your friend. And I think Amber doesn't know that yet. God, my eyes are still watering. Guys, my eyes are getting dark. They're getting darker. Anyway, let's wrap this up because I know you guys need time for your life. I'm gonna go make me a cup of tea, and I feel like I'm getting congested. Probably, I don't know what it is. Anyway, Dolly says, "Oh, Ben doesn't know him because he calls him Melissa's boss." Okay, and then Dolly said, "When a person doesn't want to be a part of other people's nonsense, they're not looking down on them." No. And Dolly, those people get mad at you. They get angry at you when you don't want to be a part of their mess. People get angry. Yep, to show it off, Miss Nay. How's your weekend, Miss Nay? I hope it was good. I wasn't here. I was sick with my blood pressure. I had a lot on my mind. Not a lot going on. Thank the Lord for that. But just a lot on my mind, and I think I stressed myself out. And I forgot to take my medicine for 3 days for my blood pressure. So I was not in a good place this weekend. And I will do the wind down tonight, okay? Everybody, if you guys want to come. Christopher, none of them. No, Dave, Melissa. Just know last night that Dave was Melissa's boss's name. Okay. Iris says, I like Pepper Ann and Becky Blabbermouth. I like that too. Was it Pepper Ann? Oh, I thought it was Pepper Black. Magnolia, what did you call it? Did she say Pepper Ann? Probably more like Pepper Annie. Okay. Hi, Michelle B. What's happening? Good to see you, darling. I'm going to call you the lie slayer because you can correct them in a minute. You have the facts. But you know what, Michelle? I don't want to because I'm not the internet police or anything. And so I try not to go around it because I don't want to see it because then I'm going to call it. It's like, don't just stop making up stuff. Right? Just stop. Just stop. But it's for the money. Advertising. And yeah. But anyway, thanks, Michelle. But I have people around like Magnolia and Trapstar, Angela, all of you guys, Eklund, and Miss T, Miss Nice. They'll check me. Not check me. They tell me if I make a mistake. Tell me because I don't remember everything. I'm not going to remember everything, and I do make my mistakes. So please tell me. That way I can get it right. And then there's not a skit confirming Dave and Ben know each other yet. Okay, Marion. Iris is laughing. Magnolia's laughing, Iris. There was a Pepper Ann cartoon. What's that? I like Peppermint Patty. I can remember Peppermint Patty. That one I can remember. And then Pepper Ann. Who is Pepper Ann? For real, though. I don't know Pepper Ann. My kids might know Pepper Ann. There's Miss T. Miss T says Dave has looked into Anthony a long time ago. Miss T, yeah, you're right. And then Magnolia had said, hey, Miss Nay, and laughed. Miss T, yep, I agree with you, sis. Dave Ben done looked into him. Because he already knows her address. He knows Amber's name and address. He memorized it. I guess he said from day one, I'm about to get her. She get a divorce. But remember, he made that comment about not losing out on a good thing, or however he worded it. But that was before, I think that, all their conversations and stuff. But I do want to see them do ministering again. But we know that the skits usually show us one time. They'll show us something once. And so we don't get repeats of it. But I like those when they were sitting outside, when they were talking, when they would go to dinner. And when she went over to the hilltop and she was trying to yell, I like that kind of stuff. But we know that they only do it once. But, you know, that's probably part of what they do. But that's how they write the skits anyway. So, and then Magnolia says, oh, I understand Charlie Brown. Yeah. Uh-huh. I watched Charlie Brown when I was grown. I still watch Charlie Brown. I like Charlie Brown. I still like Charlie Brown. How old is Charlie? About 75, 80? He old. Look, my eyes are watering. And they're dark. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to run to the pharmacy. Well, not run, but drive to the pharmacy. I don't know why my eyes are watering. And they're getting kind of dark underneath. That's kind of scary. I don't like that. And then Dolly says, I understand Charlie Brown was what we watched growing up. And Michelle's going to tell Danielle off for telling on Amber. I bet she does. Miss Nay, you're right. Michelle is going to get on Danielle. Mm-hmm. Good one. Good call, Miss Nay. Yeah. Marion says the skit where Shala and Sunny Miles commit to Dom on IG. On her TV, she was watching a movie with an ad in it. Artist says, quick question, does Amber and Dave date in real life? You know, Marion and I have had that conversation because supposedly her boyfriend is Ray, the photographer, right? Amber's photographer in real life in her production company. But the more I see these two together, and I already told Marion, the more I still think yes. I think it's Dave. I don't know. Because I can't. Plus, her photographer he's younger than Amber, not a kid, but her and Dave just fit like a glove. And to me, Ray could be a code. And Marion and I go back and forth on it, but I don't know, artists. I think it might be Dave in real life. Hey, we should Google him and see if he's already married. I think I like that idea. See if Dave is married in real life. But their chemistry is off the chart. Yeah. So artists, I can see why you would ask that. Skit tracers to the rescue. Hi, One Journey. Hey, lady. I'm still on here at it. I guess I just missed everybody. Amber doesn't want to appear bossy towards Dave. And Angela, rightfully so. I mean, I'm now, but I used to try not to be bossy toward my husband. But I was still bossy, but he already knew I was bossy anyway. He'd just shake his head. Because he was my first boyfriend, so he already knew who I was. So, I'm still bossy. Don't mean he listened to me. I'm still bossy. But I'm bossy and I laugh. So it's not like, my best dress is Amber, Natasha. Then you can have the rest. What's her name had a cute little outfit on? Riri. She had a cute outfit on this morning. Oh, yeah, Erica's. I do like Erica's. Magnolia. I love Erica's clothes also. But Ernestine's clothes are changing to look more like Amber's clothes, but they hang out a lot now. Because I actually did love the white that Ernestine wore this past weekend. I like both her white outfits. It's like she stepped up a notch with her clothing. And plus, Amber's got her boutique about to open too. So funny, Danielle was asked, did she tell Ben? And she didn't answer the question. Makes sense. Hey, One Journey, buckle up, Buttercup. Later, Christopher. Okay. And we'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to go too, because I do need to go to the pharmacy. So welcome in, One Journey. Everybody, thank you for coming back. I'm sorry about the glitch this morning. I have no idea what happened, like none at all. So, everybody have a beautiful day. Magnolia says more than one person. Ernestine got you YouTube, her clothes nice. Yeah, Ernestine has nice clothes. She's starting to dress up a little bit more than a different a more feminine approach versus the more strict type clothing, but not where she hangs out. And that's the one thing that I do like about like the Ernestine character. She's never like hanging out and stuff, but she is a mom and a wife. So I get that. Melissa went straight to Danielle's to give her a piece of her mind. Danielle needed to give Melissa a sedative. Okay. Great chat, everybody. Thank you for coming back. Okay. And I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I was like, please don't leave me because I missed you guys. Hi, Diamond. How are you? Alexis, so Wayne and Tamara are together in real life. They were last time we checked, Diamond. Yeah. Dolly, could I forget Erica? I know Erica be sharp. Erica be clean. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll talk to you later. Hopefully, I won't be tired when I get back. But I need to start making, and we'll discuss it at Wind Down. Baby girl, you too. You take care. Hopefully at Wind Down, but I gotta adjust something. I just don't know what to adjust yet because I gotta get my videos back in there for what I'm supposed to be doing, which is reviews. NONYASISCHAT, no worries. You grew, not going. Oh, thank you, One Journey. Bye, Angela. Bye, One Journey. Talk to everybody later. Bye, Magnolia. Bye, Gwen. Thank you, Gwen. Please. I'm on Monday through Friday, 9:15. Except this coming week is going to be Miss B in the 9 o'clock spot on Saturday mornings because I'm just going to do the wind down. Okay. So text me if you need to, Gwen. That would be great. Oh, you got it. Thanks. You already got it, Gwen, as usual. I should have known. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.